this is more of a funny segment, right?
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've ever done this. Yeah. But a lot of our like Instagram followers, listeners have fired a lot of questions in. And also I've peppered in some of my questions.
Oh,
right?
here we go.
So obviously within the Scotland team, there's a lot of chat about hairlines, which is just hilarious, right?
I'm holding on for dear life.
So am I.
I'm genuinely... You want to go to Turkey together?
Yeah, we can do it.
Let's do it, mate.
I might need a couple of trips, but we'll do it.
Oh, mate, the amount of time I spend in the morning to make sure, like it probably takes me about 10. Oh, mate, it takes me about 10 minutes. I kid you not. So yeah, there's a few other boys I get stuck into.
Yeah.
But the easiest one for them is either give me shit about my little legs, chicken legs, whatever, or my hairline. And then normally with the hairline, I've got nothing back to say. I'm just sitting there like...
You're like, yeah, I know.
I know. It's pretty tough, especially when you hear it from your wife as well. Like, oh no.
Who do you think has the worst hairline on the Scotland team?
Oof, worst hairline. Right, let me have a think.
Blair's got a beautiful head of hair.
He does, but he complains about it. He's got like a deep corner in here and always complains about it. Like he's like, mate, look at me, it's so bad. I was like, mate, the way you wear your hair forward, like you're never gonna expose yourself, right?
Yeah, you're hiding it.
I'm exposing myself, man. I'm pushing it back, which is the issue. But if I have to, right, let me have a think. Mate, there must be a few bad boys, right? Ben White.
White.
Mate, Ben White uses the side of his hair like and pushes it all forward like this to cover it up. Definitely Ben White. 100% Ben White.
I'm on Ben White's page, to be fair.
Yeah, mate. Just using the side to cover it up.
Massaging my temples.
Yeah, no, Ben White.
Ben White. And who has the best hair in the Scotland team?
Best hair. Probably Hugh Jones.
Oh, Hugh Jones has a fantastic head of hair.
Oh, man, it's got the best. Like, it's not receding, it's thick, it's full. Like, you can do anything with his hair. It's brilliant. And yeah, I wish I had his hair anyway.
There's a question from Hey, it's Leon on Instagram, who says, who is the dirtiest team to play internationally?
Dirtiest team. Like, always wants to have a scrap and...
It might be England, I suppose. Because there's the
yeah,
the kind of like stress of it.
I never think, mate. Dirtiest team. Probably Nowadays you can't get away with anything, so that's a pretty, you know what I mean.
It's quite a tough thing.
Yeah, because like you do anything now, you get penalised. I guess having that rivalry against England, it's probably against England because we're always like. Clashing.
But again, that's like just part and parcel of the occasion, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously, right, it's always going to be Scotland, England's always going to be the huge clash.
Yeah.
So I suppose tensions are going to run higher.
Yeah.
But the good thing about rugby is like after the game, do you want to get a pint?
Yeah.
Let's just chill out.
Yeah.
Joanne Patterson 2513 says, "Are any of the Scotland team vegan?"
No one.
No, they all like the chicken.
I've tried it I watched this show on Netflix. What was it called? About
is it Seaspiracy?
No, about going like vegan. It's gonna break me. It came out 3 years ago. Anyway, man, I actually did it for a month.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like I felt brilliant, but the issue was the amount of like chickpeas and lentils and stuff I had to eat just to cover up the protein was mental, man. I had to non-stop eat. And I did that for a month. And you know what? I actually felt really good about myself, but I was just thinking, I can't keep on doing that.
Yeah.
Especially when I go back to see my dad in South Africa and he's got the barbecue going. He'll probably think, oh, you my son. Like, why aren't you having meat?
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
What has Scotland done to you?
No, so I can't, no one.
What's the dietary like requirements for the team? Do they have like you on a strict diet, or do you just eat whatever you want?
Being in a international setup, you have to be able to make the right decisions, right? So you're not going to have someone. I guess with some of the forwards, you get told, oh, maybe don't have as much carbs, or but I think it's each their own, mate. Like, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to to just eat what I want. So I'm very lucky regarding that. But nah, mate, it's just all they want you to do is probably have your protein shake after a gym, just to get some protein in, and then they probably want you to look after yourself a bit, like don't have donuts and stuff on a Monday, Tuesday,
Don't be
Wednesday.
hungover.
But then the thing I love about the forwards, like Pierre Schoeman and Xander Fagerson, is that it's always their excuse. 24 hours before a game, they go mental. They just eat whatever they want, mate, because it's their excuse of like, oh no, mate, I'm just I'm carbo loading for game day, you know. I was just like, yeah, mate, like.
Sure you are.
So yeah, I've been with Pierre a couple of times where carbo loads for a game, and that's a lot of food, mate, for the play.
Who is the most intimidating player you have played? Like, see if they were running at you, you'd be like, oh no.
Oh no, mate. Oh no. That I've played against.
Because I know that Blair said his was Albert Tuisu.
Yeah, who I've played against. It's probably someone I've not played against. Is Joshua Tuisova.
Is he huge?
Mate, do yourself a favor. He plays wing or center. Do yourself a favor. Go have a look afterwards, mate. He's not that tall. He's quite short. He's very short actually, but he's built like, mate. He doesn't have a neck. He's built like that, and he's quick. He's got good feet. So I would probably say, you know, when the day comes going up against him, I'm probably gonna be like, shit.
I do not want to.
No. So yeah, definitely him, I would say.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Big Alb was.
Oh mate, he's a big man. Mate, he chased me down. I remember playing Fiji, mate, and there was some space down the left hand side, and I got the ball from Finn or whoever, and he was just like hovering like to my right, and I was like, nah, surely I've got him. And he's an eighth man, mate. He's like, and he got me. I was like, mate, some athlete, like, and he's big. Oh man. Yeah. Now, fair play to Fijians, mate. They're quite scary. Very good rugby players as well.
Blair was saying that, like, off the pitch, Fijians are just the nicest players.
Oh, mate, yeah.
But on the pitch, they'll try to kill you.
Yeah, mate. Like, it's like playing with Bill Mata. I'm like, I do not want to be playing against him. Like, mate, he's a big man. He's skillful. Like, imagine having to tackle 100. He probably lies about his weight as well. Like, he's probably 120 something. He'll probably say he's lighter than that. But imagine tackling that at that speed he's running. Nah, I'm good, mate. Thanks. I'll just chill on the wing. Happy.
So Colin Matchin 76 says, "What's the best game you have ever played in?"
The best game I've ever played in. There's been a couple, mate.
It's too many to count.
Yeah, but there's been. Let me think about the best game I've played in. Is probably because of the piss up we had afterwards. Is when we beat France away in 2021 for the first time in, I mean, how many years was it? It was something mental. And Adam Hastings chucking the ball over the top to me in the 84th or 83rd minute, and you know, managing to score was obviously pretty special. And I just remember the team going mental in the changing room afterwards, and just having such a good time afterwards with your teammates and coaches. And that's always a game I will always remember. Yeah, 100% that one.
Is there any funny stories you can tell about the boys after a game, or are they all?
Yeah, we can't go there. I'm going to be chucking someone under the bus here. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Story for a different day.
There's a funny stigma around, like, especially in Edinburgh. There's this really weird stigma around rugby players where they're like, everyone's kind of like, oh, they're a rugby lad, like, oh, a bit dangerous. They're kind of. All the rugby guys I've met are so lovely.
Yeah, I don't know. People have this perception, I think, about like, oh, there's the rugby boys. Like, watch out, they're quite aggressive. Because sometimes you go out at a nightclub, whatever, somewhere else, like maybe abroad or whatever, and like they find out you're rugby players, and all of a sudden the bouncers don't want to let you go in. And I'm just thinking, why is that? Like, are you like thinking we're gonna cause a fight, or
you just fought for an hour on the pitch?
Yeah, like, man, so chill. That's the last thing I want to do. Like, I just want to be in here, like having a beer with my teammates. and just enjoying it, mate. But yeah, it's just weird that people have this perception about rugby players. Like, I think it's probably because, you know, some of us are like big men, and you know, on the pitch you look like, oh, I'm gonna absolutely kill someone, but that's just only for 80 minutes on the game. Afterwards, when I'm too knackered to do anything, like I just want to have a pint and have a good laugh with my mates.
Yeah. And Jim Hamilton. On that note, Jim Hamilton, what are your thoughts on him? His podcast is amazing.
Yeah, mate. His podcasts are amazing. I see him actually traveling the world, you know, interviewing some of the best rugby players in the world. He's always on holiday. Fair play to you, Jim. But no, his podcasts are brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, I've spoken to him before. Very chilled guy, and yeah, man, he's doing really well for himself.
He's super quick-witted.
Yeah.
We've done some interviews with him, and quite a lot of the time with the rugby gents, like it's weird being on camera, right?
Yeah.
So like a lot of the time, it takes a couple of takes.
Yeah.
And we got Jim in, and we were like, "Listen, you've got an hour because I know that it might take a while."
Yeah.
Nailed it first time,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the
Yeah.
hell?" He's such a smooth talker.
Oh, mate. Fair play, man. I'll be like, take 2, take 3, shit, sorry. And then, you know, when you get to the 4th time, you're like, oh, no.
It's getting awkward.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Can I leave, please?
Martin Perry 94 says, "Who's the one player you wish you were?"
The one player.
Finn. It must be Finn.
Must be Finn, mate. It's just having that rugby brain is like, he's got so much going on, right? Organizing the forwards, like speaking to your centers, seeing space, and executing it, mate. And he does it really well. And he's just, mate, he's so relaxed. Always has a smile on his face, and just loves what he does. And I'd love to obviously have that body and play that well and be paid that much. So fair play, mate. Fair play.
Yeah, he's just so talented. What are your hobbies outside rugby? You play golf, don't you?
Yeah, I play a bit of golf. I actually lost my love for it. Being the competitive person I am, I played a lot of golf and was reasonably okay. 15 handicap, so I can get around. Just off the tee. I go OB a lot, so that, it's not great for the scorecard. But then I started getting golf lessons, and I think I started taking it too serious.
Yeah.
And I completely lost my love for it, mate. So I got like a couple of golf lessons, and I just couldn't get better. And I actually stopped playing for 8 months. So I started playing on Thursday again, which I actually really enjoyed. So I'm hoping that, you know, that's me back into it. Yeah. When the weather is nice, obviously. And then other than that I'm a bit of a gamer.
Is it Warzone? What do you play?
Yeah, well, I only started playing Warzone, Rebirth Island, it's called, the last, because they've got this new mode out that's called like a ranked mode.
Right.
So you can like compare yourself against other teams. Like you start off at bronze, and then you start off with like, for your deployment, you start off -5, and as you get higher, like you get bronze, you get silver, gold, platinum. Like you start off at -45, so you have to get like X amount of kills to be able to get some positive points. The other one, no, mate, it's a lot detailed. But, the other one is Apex. I've probably played Apex since. You played Warzone in lockdown.
COVID, yeah. That was all we did.
Mate, it was absolutely brilliant, right? Yeah. And then when they brought out Warzone 2, I was like, what? Like, you've basically screwed the game up completely. And then I stopped playing. Then I started playing Apex, which I really enjoyed. The missus doesn't always love it, because sometimes it can go from, I only play an hour to like 2-3 hours. Yeah. And it's obviously not good for my back because I'm just sitting like that.
Hunched over.
Mate. So I would probably say, you know, that's my 2 hobbies.
Yeah. Gaming, I love gaming. You know what? It came at such a good time during COVID.
Mate, brilliant.
Because everyone was going like mental by themselves. I remember, and I was the same as you. In COVID, I like set up a makeshift TV. Yeah. I was hunched over it. I didn't have a headset, so I would like Skype my friends.
Oh yeah.
So like I have all my friends here on Skype on a laptop, and then we'd be playing. And the laughter we had in COVID is so good.
Oh, mate, it was absolutely brilliant. Like I love that actually that time, and
Yeah.
because I was playing so much Call of Duty, mate, and again, like I got that. I was playing on my what was it, PS4 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got so competitive that I had to buy myself a PC,
Yeah.
and yeah, I even got more competitive and started to hack.
You
And
hacked it?
I got hacked, mate. So
You modded your PS4?
no, so I got myself PlayStation 4, and I was like, nah, I have to be better. Like my KD has to be too. Then I got myself a PC, and then I was like, well, I've got a PC now, so I can start hacking now. So I started having what you would call walls, and you can just like see everyone through walls. So I always knew when everyone was coming, like around the corner, whatever. And yeah, I got banned after a couple of months. So it's probably the reason I stopped playing as well. But yeah, it was quite funny.
It is mental how you like people can mod just not to die. So you'll be like shooting them and you'll just be like, what?
Yeah,
Am I shit? Or like,
mate, there's loads of different things people can do. That's mental. That's why I basically stopped playing the game.
yeah.
But I'm not one of them, although it looks like it. But yeah.
I saw on your Instagram as well, you were with Gerald Butler.
Yeah. He came to one of the World Cup games. And then he actually came to training first in World Cup, and then he came to one of the games, a warm up at my field, and it was pretty cool, man. He came into the change room afterwards, and I was like, man, this is unbelievable. And someone took a really cool photo of us, and I put it on my Instagram. Yeah, people were obviously going mental, but no, man, he's a very nice guy, and I mean, that's the cool thing about sport is having that opportunity of meeting someone like him, because that doesn't often happen.
Not at all.
No, mate. And he's obviously, he's a great guy, and he loves rugby. Yeah, he loves it, mate. So hopefully we can have him around soon.
Yeah,
which will be pretty cool.
Yeah, he was in one of the chippies down the road the other day, and there were so many people that took photos of him and like put it I was like, just leave the guy alone.
Just leave him, mate. 100%.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to come out, have his chippy.
Yeah,
wants to go home.
Just leave him. He just wants his
leave
fish and chips.
Oh my god.
It is like people are normal guys. Like I think that when people see you, like even you, like when people see you on the screen, they have this persona of what they think you'll be like.
Yeah.
And they kind of put you at a certain level. Like they do that with actors as well.
Yeah.
They think they know you despite not. Like we're just normal guys.
Yeah, 100%.
It's such a weird thing. We have a closing tradition on the podcast. And I suppose with you, it would be, what is the biggest lesson you've learned over your sporting career? I deliberately don't prep people.
It's keep on believing in yourself, I would say. Keep on working hard towards something. There will be some tough times through that period, but I can basically promise you, if you keep on working hard, you will come out on top, and you'll be enjoying what you're doing, and hopefully you'll reap some rewards from that. And man, it's just basically keep on believing in yourself is probably the biggest thing I could say to someone.
Amazing.
Because at the end of the day, mate, it's you against you, right? Like, if you believe in yourself, you have the confidence, you'll go out there and deliver your best.